I've talked about the Alpine stump grinder quite a bit in a lot of my videos, and some of the comments I get are very narrow-minded. A lot of people say, oh, get a real stump grinder, get a big, I could do that and nothing flat with my so-and-so. Well, the Alpine stump grinder it's actually, they call it a stump cutter because it works entirely different than a grinder. The teeth, for instance, they've got the little, on a chainsaw, they'd be like rakers that prevent you from going too deep on the cut. So it's slicing, it's cutting away at the stump. The beauty of this machine is entirely different than a full-size or even a backyard stump grinder. The whole machine weighs less than 90 pounds, so you can physically pick it up and put it into a raised planter or through somebody's house if you have to get to really tight locations. But that doesn't limit you to just doing small stumps. Ideally, small stumps, you can get them done in nothing flat. Just the other day, I did 5 stumps at one complex. They were all about that big around. But I mean, I was like 10 minutes apiece. Boom, I was done. The whole job was over with. So I want you to look at this machine with an open mind. Don't be so narrow-minded and say, oh, that's this, that's that. It's different. It's like a different type of tool. I find it quite valuable, and I'm not making anything off of this video from the company. I just feel that it's a really useful tool, and I want to show it a little bit more. I think you could value your company. You would be improved by getting one of these tools. They're not really that expensive. I think they're about, I don't know, $5,000 or so, but it's been a while since I bought mine. I've had this machine now for at least 15 years, and I've literally ground out thousands of stumps with it. Now, it's not always the perfect machine for this stump. A lot of times you're much better off getting a larger machine in there, but when it comes in useful, I make money. I make good money with it. So let's go check it out. Some jobs are awkward for a lot of reasons. I had this camphor tree that was clearly causing some problems, and you got pipes in the ground and sprinklers over here that was starting to lift the cement, and the poor tree was just getting a foothold on life, and they actually made the wise decision of saying let's get rid of it. But now I've got the difficult job of grinding this stump out without making a mess of the pool, without breaking the pipes, and kind of a tight constraint here. I could probably use a bigger machine, but because of the tightness of all these locations, I'm opting to use the Alpine. It's a lot slower, but it's a lot more capable of being careful. I can work in really tight spots, and unfortunately with the branches and everything over in this area here, it's kind of hard to work under this area, so I'm kind of cramped. Okay, well, I worked on it for about 20 minutes trying to reveal things, and I dug out where the pipes are. That was a bit of a challenge. So I've been here about 45 minutes altogether. A lot of this is digging and clearing, and periodically I use my blower because the chips are so fine and so small with this machine. They do blow away quite readily. So this camphor stump is turning out to be quite a bit larger underground than what it appears from the top. The trunk diameter on this was probably 14 inches or so, but clearly I've got 4 feet of stump grinding by 3 feet this way to grind this whole area out. So you have to understand the nature of the stump and how it grows, as well as the planting environment, because they're going to want to replant in here. So I can only go so deep, but I'm trying to prevent damage to these pipes, because it's one thing to do a job, it's another thing to add additional costs to the job or repairs that take you time. So I don't guarantee the pipes, but I piss them off if I break them. Yeah, I'm working on the second pass here, and I keep blowing it off so I can see what I'm doing. And I got grinding here, and I almost clipped the pipe. So I got to slow down. I got to be a little bit more careful. Unfortunately, I need to be working from over there, and the overhang of this tree and this tree are being trained like bushes. These are actually flowering pears, and they keep trimming them like bushes. And that one over there is a Maytan. That's a privet, but it's a really tight spot. So I have to work from the concrete, which normally wouldn't be a problem. But because I've got such a tight area, the machine keeps pulling up on me. I'm going at it really slow. I'm not even cranking it up. I'm just kind of nibbling and nibbling. There's a lot of rock in here as well. I found some big chunks of concrete. I've already had to sharpen my machine once. On to step 3. I'm showing you how I use this machine, not because I'm a salesman for this company. I've spoken to the owner of the company and the guy that has developed this machine quite a few times. He doesn't give me anything for this. I truly do believe in this machine as a very valuable tool to be added to your arsenal. It's not a replacement for a big stump grinder, as I said, but there's so many situations where it really is the perfect tool. I have literally ground out thousands of stumps with this machine over the years. And, it's a workout. I'm not going to say it's a piece of cake by any means. It's about 88 pounds is what he claims it weighs. But it's relatively fast. There is a learning curve to it. You have to understand how it works, and you can dull the teeth quite quickly if you screw up and hit a rock. And there's a few things that I wanted to point out to you. The next little set of teeth or of pictures I'm showing you here, you notice how I work. I have brand new teeth. I work the stump wood part first, and then after I get as much of the wood ground down, then I start working into the meat of the stump, and I start getting some dirt. Fortunately, that stump was a little bit rotten, so it went a little bit faster. But well, that's interesting. There was an old drain pipe down there. I think it was for the tree itself. But this whole job here took me about, I'm going to say about 45 minutes. And I'm showing this last little bit of footage because it's so easily transportable into properties, much faster than any kind of walk behind machine. And you can throw it in the back of a pickup. You can probably put it in the back of a van or anything. Small trailers. It's probably the most portable machine I've ever dealt with.